It looks like the crypto market is finally doing something different than what it did before. And it looks like there is some good news and some bad news as well. I would like to start with the bad news and end it with the good news, of course, to stay a little positive, because a lot of people are already getting wrecked and they will get wrecked a lot more. So let's keep it a little happy right here. Welcome to the FOMO Factory. Like the video if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn on the bell notification. Now let's get right into it. Bitcoin is going down. That's what we can all see. And this is not just like Bitcoin is going down from 26 to 25. It's just $1,000 correction. What is $1,000 among friends? It's a little different than that. When Bitcoin broke out of the range right here, this falling wedge right here that basically was leading the bear market, what did Bitcoin do there? Well, Bitcoin broke its bull market support band, the red and the green line right here. And the bull market support band is basically always what's driving the bull market, what's giving the bull market support, and what's resistance in the bear market. As you can see, every time we come there, we get rejected. We try again, we get rejected. So we broke it right here. And that was basically the start of the rally. However, if you now look what Bitcoin is doing, the week is of course not over. Anything could happen yet, so I don't want to call anything too soon. But Bitcoin really must close the week above 26.2. If not, it's a confirmation that Bitcoin has broken the bull market support band and is well on the way down. The altcoin market already did that. The altcoin market, as you can see, was also above the bull market support band, but once we broke it, we came down pretty nasty. That was a really hard red candle. You can, of course, break it to the downside and try for a couple of weeks, and the big move didn't happen like anytime sooner than a month later. So I'm not saying that Bitcoin will crash tomorrow necessarily, but it's an indication that that the outcome could not be that positive. Now, also, if we look in 2019, the year that's most comparable, I think, to this whole rally, what Bitcoin did as well is we were in this hard bear market. This was kind of our FTX crash in 2018, basically. Also in November, a big candle down. That's what we saw here as well. November, a big candle down. What then happened is we went up, we got above the bull market support band, we got pretty decent pump, right? And this pump was from 3K all the way to 14K. Of course, we did not got that hard of a pump right here, but it's also because we did not went down that much. So that's something you want to consider, of course. Now, what happened right here, Bitcoin also broke the bull market support band and got a pretty nasty candle down, right? And we flirted with that band for a couple of months, and then we had the final capitulation, basically back to the lows, give or take. That marked the end of the bear market, right? It wasn't a new low, it was more like, well, it was a slightly higher low, but you could almost say that it was a double bottom, and that's where it all went up. Now you have to realize, from the first bottom that happened in December 2018 till the second one that happened in March 2020, so that's 1.5 years later. If we, like, so far that cycle is very comparable, and I'm not looking at that cycle like, okay, that's going to happen. But if you want to compare, then it's not unrealistic to think that it could take us 1.5 years before we see the final capitulation and then really start to go up. So if we had our first leg down in November 2022, you could say that beginning of 2024, maybe Q2, that will be that time that happens, and that in the meantime we go up, down, sideways, boring, mindfuck. That's kind of what it is. So that's something that I am considering as a possibility. Now, do we have to come down that hard? No, of course. Like I said, the bear market was pretty nasty right here. I mean, you have to realize we went down in this bear market 84%, give or take. We did not do that on this bear market, all right? If we take 84%, then Bitcoin would have been around $11,000. Well, we did not do that yet, right? So much, at least. So therefore I say, like, the pump is also, of course, less hard, and the second dump was harder here as well, and we probably won't see that. However, I saw a tweet from Coach K, and I think that this is pretty accurate. I posted where I think we are and what's likely for the coming months. Timing of the drawing might vary, but the idea, and I agree the timing is probably not that accurate. But if you look at the Wall Street cheat sheet, everybody is always like, oh yeah, we are here. No, we are already here, right? What he thinks is this. Euphoria, anxiety, denial, panic, anger, all that kind of stuff, capitulation, depression, and we had that disbelief, and after that we go down again, and that's where the hope starts. I think this is accurate. Although, you know, based on this drawing, we should not, we should go up from October, really. I don't think that's happening for one simple reason, and that's this right here. That's because of the Bitcoin halving, right? The Bitcoin halving, that's the blue line, always marks the kind of the start of the run, right? We always go up a year before the halving, but that's where we are right now. We go up, but overall we could end up kind of where we left off, because that's also what happens right here. Year before the halving, we were sitting at 7K, give or take, but at the halving, we were sitting basically at the same level. The year before that was quite different than that. Here, it was the same price. Now, I don't see a parabolic move before the halving happens, at least. So that's somewhere in Q2 2024, around April, May, give or take. So by that time, I expect some things to happen. 2 months after that even, because the halving itself usually doesn't have an impact. It's mostly after the halving happens. But that's the bad news, that Bitcoin is pretty likely, in my opinion, to go down more if we do not hold that bull market support band. Now, where could we go? Look, I mean, that's not predictable, of course. Like, yeah, of course, a little bit, but nobody knows. However, I do see this parallel channel as a very good indication, because this has been accurate since 2017, which is already 6 years right now. And we hold this, I've drawn this here, give or take, and this line, we hold it perfectly. We bounce off of there like it was meant to be, right? It's meant to be, perfect. Now, in my opinion, this is still accurate, right? This is still where we are. Right? So as long as we are in this range, the range is intact. Right now, if we do go down, then I think that we should hold this range at least. Right? Then it depends, of course, like when are we going to see that? Like if we are going to see that today, hypothetically, then 19K is on the table. Right? If we're going to see that in, let's say, September, then it's more about 21K. Could be the case. Could be the case, because if I look where a lot of support is sitting, then it's also around this level, right? Around this level. Like everybody was like very bullish about that 25K support level, right? Because there was some struggles right here and right here, but it wasn't that big, right? And that's what you can see right now, because now at this moment we are in the middle of breaking that. Right, we are breaking that. It could be a fake out, but we at least break it. We don't get an immediate rejection like we saw right here. Now, if I look at this support level, however, this is where we got this support. That's where we got a lot of resistance right here. And I think in the past, we might have seen something over there as well. Well, not really, by the way. It's not that crazy. Maybe a little. Oh, that's 13. Sorry, wrong one. So no, that's not that significant. But I do think that this whole area between 18 and 21 and a half, give or take, is the big level to look out for. And I think that that's the place where I will accumulate my my Bitcoin. Now, I don't know, like, he's drawn this to go back down to around 18,000. You know, could be, I mean, like, it's not possible, right? You could, of course, always see something like this. Right, we had in the COVID crash, we fell below it as well, and not like a little bit or anything. Like if we would have bounced here, we would have bounced at 5K, but we went all the way down to 3.8. It's quite the difference, right? That's like 20% or so. So yeah, of course we could go lower than that. If we go 20% lower than the level that I've drawn, at 16k, right? Could happen. So anywhere in that region, I think it's a very good place to dollar cost Bitcoin. And if you haven't seen my video from last Tuesday, go check it out. I think it's one of the most important videos. It's about buying the dip. And if you feel like, okay, I want to get the most out of altcoins, then you should not buy altcoins. It's so stupid right now. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, and I'm gonna show you something. So, but that's Bitcoin. I think that Bitcoin has some room to go down though. Also, because look, and everybody be like, yeah, but the Fed, they passed the rate hikes, like they passed it, but that's not that's no pivot. Like Crypto Banter made a nice video about, oh, there's a big pivot. No, it's a pause. It's nothing more than a pause, right? We don't know yet. It's not like so I'm a little careful with that. I'm not trying to be bearish right here, but I am trying to you know, how do you say that, manage my risk, right? And some people don't really see the difference between those two. I think it's very important to see that. Altcoins. Okay, let's talk about alts. Also, by the way, why I do think that Bitcoin is in danger is simply, like I said before, this is the S&P, right? Mooning. The Nasdaq is mooning as well, right? This has to get a rejection at some point. This is too big of a pump. The Nasdaq is sitting at 15k, right? It came from 10. It gained 30% in a bear market, right? This is a huge bear market rally, right? But Bitcoin is not going with it. Altcoins are certainly not going with it. So what if this gets a rejection? Fill that in for yourself. But I'm not too bullish about that. Really, I don't like seeing this. If Bitcoin was on the same run, then I felt like, okay, if this corrects, then Bitcoin corrects and it has room. But if this goes down, yeah, if Bitcoin follows that, then how much room does it really have? Right? So, I don't know. Ethereum, I don't speak a lot about Ethereum, but I think it's also very important, by the way. Ethereum is also finally in trouble. It also broke the bull market support band back in January, and it now fell below, and quite below as well now. So Ethereum looks quite dangerous to me at this point. So yeah, be a little careful. Ethereum, Bitcoin is going down a little bit as well now. It's doing for the last like more than half a year, by the way, that it's in a downtrend of lower highs. This could really, if Ethereum Bitcoin crashes, that's where the Bitcoin dominance is going to moon, and that's where altcoins are going to get destroyed as well, by the way, because the Bitcoin dominance is already breaking out, let alone if the biggest altcoin goes down, because that's been holding up so far, right? So everything has been bleeding except Ethereum. So yeah, well, that. Now, the altcoin market at this moment, like people felt like, oh yeah, we get a short relief rally and this and that. No, we went down very hard. We got up a little bit and we went down again. That's what we did. So, you know, between all the red days, there's always a green day, but it should not change your narrative. And if you do, then you're too emotional in crypto, and that's how you get wrecked. The good news is coming. The good news coming, but not yet. So altcoins are still going down, like we saw Bitcoin in its falling wedge where it broke out. Altcoins tried very shortly, 3 months after Bitcoin did, but it turned out to be a fake out, and now we're deeply back into the falling wedge. So that shows how weak altcoins are. And I've got a couple of comments, by the way, on my last videos like, oh, you Bitcoin maxi. No, I love altcoins. But adjusting yourself to the market like doesn't make you a Bitcoin or an altcoin maxi, right? You just play the market. If the market right here literally says altcoins are getting screwed against the dollar and also against Bitcoin, then is it weird to go with the part of the market where you don't get screwed? Yeah, if that's how you want to call someone a Bitcoin maxi or anything, it's like, then I think you're pretty new to the market and be like, okay, go ahead, buy altcoins, but you might want to look at this chart for once, and then you might change your thoughts on it. So yeah, all these sayings, Bitcoin maxi, altcoin maxi, whatever, just look at the market and go with the market. I mean, we do not decide what the market does. The market decides. Well, we kind of decide, but not you and me. Just go with the market. And if the market now says like, okay, you know, altcoins are bleeding against Bitcoin, altcoins are bleeding against the dollar, then what reason do you have to be in altcoins? Like, if you want to lose money, go ahead. Like, I'm happy these people are here, right? There are always newer people in crypto and they buy altcoins when we are here. They call for an alt season, they do that kind of stuff, and they get wrecked. They panic out of the market right here, and when it's really low, the people that, you know, have a little more experience or watching the right charts or have you know, whatever, they step in, because, you know, at the end of the day it's player versus player, and luckily there are a lot of bad players in the market, really. So yeah, but altcoins not looking good. I've said this many times, altcoins have lost any form of support. All the moving averages right here, the bull market support band, we are way below that. We got rejected again from this downtrend. This horizontal is broken. Everything is broken for altcoins. Now, let me show you some examples right here, because I haven't shown this kind of example yet, but it's quite interesting. So people might feel like this. This is Cardano dollar, right? So people might look at it like this. Okay, well, Cardano is sitting at 25 cents. In December, it was also sitting there. So we have a double bottom right here. Isn't it a very good moment to buy now? No, for one simple reason. Look at this. If you overlay Bitcoin on this chart, what do you see? Now that Cardano is sitting at 25 cents, Bitcoin is sitting at $25,000. Last time Cardano was sitting at 25 cents, Bitcoin was sitting at $16,000. So, if you now go back to Bitcoin, you look at this chart, and you see that Bitcoin, like we just spoke about, you know, lost the bull market support band, breaking this support right here. S&P, Nasdaq about to correct probably, so Bitcoin highly likely to go down more. So what if Bitcoin now goes down more, right? Cardano has its last support right here. What if Bitcoin goes back to 16K, right? Not even, maybe even 20K, whatever, it doesn't matter, just lower. Because this is Cardano's last support, right? And it's not just Cardano. It's like an example because this has a lot of history, okay? But whatever, Cake, also, right? Cake now is sitting at 130, while Bitcoin is sitting at $25,000. Like, when Bitcoin was sitting at 16, Cake was even, you know, more than 2 times as high. What if Bitcoin corrects? This altcoin gets completely screwed. A lot of altcoins look like that. Again, same goes for Moonbeam. You know, like, look at these lows right here. While Bitcoin is holding up, right? What if Bitcoin goes down? Gets wrecked. Hex, for example, right? Way lower lows. Last time that, you know, Bitcoin was sitting at $25,000 was here, right? That's where Hex was sitting at 5 cents. Now it's sitting at less than a cent, right? So it's 7 times as low. What if Bitcoin now corrects? Hex goes to the trash can, right? It's already there, but it's going deeper down there. So yeah, that's kind of what it is. Altcoins really looking really bad, really bad. And also someone asked me to check out Phantom, by the way. Phantom, 25 cents, low 17 cents. Yeah, not looking so good. Look at the Bitcoin chart right here, right? Phantom is sitting at the low at this moment. It exactly bounced where we had this low. Again, is that a double bottom? If you look at purely this chart, you can bet on the fact that it could be. But then again, I look at Bitcoin and I look at the Bitcoin dominance. The Bitcoin dominance just have to do a little move to the upside. and Phantom gets taken out of its support, right? Just a little move. Well, if I look at this chart, there's more than a little move coming for this chart. You know, the best experts, they expect like 60% on the Bitcoin dominance. I don't know if that's going to happen, but if that's going to happen, believe me, altcoins will go down 60% plus. Easy, easy, easy. Some will go down another 80% from here. Easy, right? And you don't know which altcoin that's going to be. I also made a video about CeDeFi yesterday, I think, and someone made a comment, CeDeFi is not going to die for sure. And a lot of people feel that about their favorite projects. And CeDeFi is my favorite project, by the way, and I have a big bag. Let me tell you this, you don't know. And especially the for sure part, bro, you don't know, right? How do you know? CeDeFi hasn't gone to a bear market, right? You don't know. You don't know. The best projects die in a bear market. We haven't seen the worst for altcoins, I think. Maybe if you take it from the top, but it's also because these projects themselves expect that the worst is over. Yeah, and if then such a surprise hit comes, as an investor, you have to have balls of steel, right? But you also have to hope that the project itself feels the same way. You don't know. Because what if they run out of motivation, out of money, out of the community that's not there anymore? Wrecked. So altcoins are in deep shit. Now, again, could we see a bounce for the altcoin market? Of course. We could see, like, we could even see this. We could even see this. Breakout bull season, alt season. That's what people will yell. And we could still go back down. It's not like that didn't happen before. It happened a few weeks ago, right? And everybody was bullish. Everybody was bullish. Everybody wanted to buy at these prices, right? Well, everybody lost already on average 25% on the money, if not more, right? Where are you now? And if you look at this, again, the altcoin market divided by the Bitcoin market cap, well, it's finally going down hard, but we're not nearly where we are supposed to be. This bear market, we were at the bottom. This bear market, we were at the bottom. This bear market, we're not even like, we're almost halfway. Let that sink in. Again, I'm not saying this will happen, okay? I don't know. But so far, it is very likely to happen. So at least prepare for the fact that it could happen. I think it's way more likely to go down than not go down. Why not? Because so far, that's always what happens. Very simple. And so far, altcoins weren't, you know, there were no securities. Exchanges weren't sued. All that kind of stuff. We weren't facing a recession. There weren't no money printing. Like, the narrative is way worse right now. And the charts are so far holding up pretty good. The only thing that I think about is, okay, so when are we going down hard? Right? Yeah. Now there are some very good news as well. Very good news. Again, if you, for example, look at launchpads, all red, of course, right? GameFi, oh, another big hit. It was sitting at 450, and I was looking at it. I felt a little FOMO, I can't lie. I felt like, okay, GameFi, Launchpad, I have no position in it, but it releases pretty good projects lately. Should I maybe buy it? And I was like, no, FOMO, listen to yourself. Watch your own videos. Don't do it yet. And now I look at the chart, and every day I wake up, or every week, every month, and I look at these charts and I feel like, man, I'm so happy I didn't buy right now. Because one, I didn't lose 60% of my money only from here to here, right? Let alone from here, where people also bought, to here. But two, the project can still die, right? What if you buy here, and here it turns out that the project dies, right? I'd rather wait for it to bottom out, wherever it might go back up. If the project still survives, one, I get a low entry. Two, I don't have the risk of the project dying. Every project can die, every one. Even Ethereum. It's not likely, but it could. Good. The top altcoin, that's what you have to realize. If you look in 2017, go to CoinMarketCap history. Look 2017, top 100 projects. How many are still going on? Right? And most of the projects that I'm looking at are not even top 100, so they're way higher risk. Your project can die. And you probably have a lot of coins in your portfolio that will die. A lot of these projects are going down hard. Pools Finance, Launchpad going down hard. Polkastarter on its Bitcoin pair, right? Bitcoin is also down more than 60% against the dollar. If you look at this from the high, it is down 90% against an asset that's down 60%. Polkastarter have got you absolutely wrecked. Avalanche, down hard. Soulraiser, down hard. Like I said, GameFi, down hard. Seedify, down hard. Everything wrecked, right? Now, good news, and I'm gonna wrap it up. There's one project that's not down hard. You probably know what I'm going to talk about. And that project is the project that I released like about a week ago. What do you mean? This chart. Holy fuck. Guys, okay, so what do you mean? What we do is we buy into crypto launchpads, right? With our taxes, we have small tax right here. I don't know why it has this sad face right here, because that's what's gonna make us all rich. We buy into crypto launchpads when the market is low, okay? And when the bull run happens, we have an insane tear and we can allocate a lot of money into these pre-sales that do a 100 to 3, 4, 5, 6, 700x in a bull market. That's what we do. All right. Now, this chart is going crazy. And of course, why? Well, all these projects that I'm showing you right here that are going down, they already had people that bought high, right? And of course, they sell right now. They save their ass. We did not have any people that bought high because we didn't exist yet, right? So then the only way is basically up, right? This is not going to go on up forever. We will also have our red days. It's crypto, of course. But so far, we are around 13x from listing price, 21x from private price, right? And it's still 1.7 fully diluted market cap, right? The circulating market cap is under 1 million. Super micro cap, crazy micro cap. So, but this chart is going crazy. And we are collecting a lot of fees for the Launchpad. Now, we have a lot of money already for these Launchpad tokens. We can get an insane tier on Seedify. I think right now we can... it's a long story, but I that's for a special What Do You Mean video, which is coming out tomorrow. I'm going to give you more information about that. It's a full video about this project and why this is the only altcoin you basically need, right? But I can already tell you we currently have the money to buy the highest tier in Seedify. Let me put it like that. Now, the thing is that Seedify is now sitting at 72 cents. Watch back this video. And again, watch how freaking bearish the altcoin market looks like. All right. Is it very weird that Seedify goes to 30 cents or lower? No, definitely possible. Maybe it doesn't happen, but it's super possible. Right. So what if we buy Seedify at these low prices? We get an insane tear. All right. And Seedify is one of the projects that's going to blow up in the next bull run. If it survives, of course, right? Which I also agree. I think, and I hope it will, but you don't know, right? But we buy Seedify. We will buy Engine Starter. Not these levels, by the way, but we will buy that. We will buy GameFi. We will buy Pools Finance. If they survive, we will buy them. We will buy SNFTS, NFT Launchpad, right? We will buy them all at levels where nobody dares to buy them. Then we are the biggest whales of these launchpads. Money starts coming in. And that's what you can claim on our dashboard at What Do You Mean? Crypto.app, right? We're working on this dashboard right here. A Launchpad wallet's going into the staking contract once it's done in a week or 2, 3. And you can claim the profits if you stake your tokens, your what do you meme tokens, the more and the longer you stake, the higher your share in these launchpad profits, right? So I feel like this is perfect. The market is going down so hard, but our token is going up so hard, right? This is meant to be. Meant to be. And I'm not even like, personally, I'm not even like, there are no team tokens. There are other people in the community that hold more tokens than I do. Because I missed out on my own private sale because I had to arrange all the things and the messages and such, and it sold out like in a couple of seconds. So I don't hold a lot of tokens. I don't care. I have like 1 million. It's enough. It's enough. More than enough, right? So everybody that's holding a decent bag is going to profit from that big time. I mean, if you look at this chart, it's crazy. It's crazy. Volume is getting up a little bit finally. So that's good. It's really insane how beautiful the timing of our project is, because let me tell you this, the lower the crypto market goes, the better it is for our project, because we can buy these launchpad tokens even cheaper. Just saying. So guys, that's why I want to wrap it up with the good news and the bad news. If you like the good news, like the video. If you don't like the good news, like the video. If you like the bad news, like the video. If you do not like the bad news, like the video. If you like the video, like the video. Just like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on your bell notifications, because we're still here every day. Doesn't matter how bad the crypto market gets. We won't leave, guys. Thanks for watching and have a very nice day.